All right, so this is kind of a funny camera angle, but sometimes when you're making videos every day, you got to do it on the go. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to listen really carefully and tell me if you can hear this. You hear that? That is the sound that my car makes when I'm backing up. It is the loudest backup sound I think I've ever heard on just like a normal person car, right? Obviously, vehicles that are commercial have these shrill beeping sounds and that sort of thing. But for just a around the town kind of car, man, this thing is loud. It's especially loud at like 6 in the morning. Well, I'm not really leaving at 6 in the morning. 7 in the morning when I'm heading to work. I don't know. It just seems really loud. Anyway, that is not what I wanted to talk about today. We are getting towards the end of the 30 days, and I've been thinking quite a bit about what comes next. A couple days I'll hit day 30, and after that I'll pause, probably for a little bit, while I kind of spool up what comes next. And something that I've been thinking about for years is that I've had a desire to do instructional videos, like how-to videos. And I thought for a moment that I thought I was going to have an opportunity because there was this app that came out. I think it was called Jump Rope or something like that. And it made it really easy to record videos. It was like a little clip of video for each step of a process. And you would define the process, and then you could take photos or add a few seconds of video for each step. And I thought, oh man, this is my opportunity. I can do this. I can make how-tos for literally anything. And wouldn't you know it, I hemmed and hawed, and by the time I got around to actually wanting to try it, the app was not supported anymore, and they shut the service down. So I was like, shoot. So I went back to dreaming. And one of the things that I would like to do is a series on Excel, Microsoft Excel. I think I mentioned this in an earlier video, and I get it. There are a plethora of Excel how-to videos out there, and some of them are very good. I've found quite a few that I really like. My problem is that the only computer I have that has Microsoft Excel on it is my work computer, and I just don't feel comfortable using my work computer to do that type of project. That's a personal project, right? Even if it was off hours and everything, it's just, I don't feel right about using their equipment for that. So the next possibility would be to use Caleb's computer, which is a PC, Windows 10, 11, something like that. Problem is, I don't have a subscription to Excel, so now we're talking about spending money. Like, dang it, maybe that's just not the best option right now. So, okay, what do I have? Well, I've got a ton of Macintosh applications, and I actually use a service called SetApp that I really like. It is a monthly subscription, but it gives you access to, I want to say it's over 100 Mac apps. And yeah, there is some duplication. There's a number of the apps are, they have more than one app to solve a single problem, right? So you can kind of choose from them, which is cool. It just means that not all 100 plus apps are things that you're going to use. You'll kind of pick your favorites from it, from the list. So I've got a number of things from that source that I could do how-to videos on. One of them is the Craft app, which is a note-taking app. The thing is, I have just migrated re-migrated to Obsidian. So that's kind of where I think I might land, is doing some how-to videos related to Obsidian. And there are some super smart people out there that have made how-to videos for Obsidian. You know, and I don't put myself among them, right? I'd have to stick to some pretty simple topics. But that's okay. You know, anybody who's using it for the first time, they need simple, right? So maybe that's what I do, is create a series of videos that are how to use Obsidian. Obsidian is a free application. It's a note-taking application that is, man, it's just so much more than taking notes. And I think I'm going to have to show you so that you know what I mean. It's hard to describe. You know, if I tried to do it in just 10 seconds, I would say, you know, it allows you to create a folder structure, and in the folders you can create and save markdown files. You can also attach and link photos, videos, links. You can create charts in what they call their Canvas tool, which is pretty cool. They've recently introduced databases in the tool, which really expand your capabilities of linking data. So, I don't know. I think I ought to give it a try. Obsidian. If you've never heard of it, I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. I don't know. I can't imagine who hasn't heard of Obsidian by this point, though. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking, and that's all I've got for you today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.